guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica if you are new. I am going to update you guys on all of the paranormal activity that's happening here in my house. It might be a long one, so grab some snacks. I grabbed my latte. So yeah, I haven't uploaded in quite a while, just because everything that's been going on. I didn't feel right uploading, and I usually give it some time to upload like paranormal updates, just because I gotta see what's going on in this house. And also I've just been real tired lately and exhausted and just going through some stuff, so it's been a little crazy. Okay, so where shall I start? There's always something going on here in this house, like all the time. So one thing that freaked my daughter out was we were here in the living room as usual. We were sitting down on the table, the dining room table, and it was just me and her. Everybody else were in their room, like always. Well, she saw a little boy coming into the living room, going under the dining room table. She thought it was my 7-year-old son, so she really didn't think anything of it. But then we heard my 7-year-old son in his room. It freaked her out. That was freaky. That was no. I didn't see it, she did, and that was very scary. So yeah, that was one time. We've been hearing mom a lot, like somebody saying mom, and it's always like a little girl or a little boy. It's usually in my mom's room. So I don't know. I don't know what. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so my daughter is going to be 2 in July. She has been scared. Just out of the blue, she starts getting scared. The other day, she was walking from the living room to the hallway, and she was going towards her dad, but she was crying, like she was scared. And we kept asking her, what happened? What's the matter with you? Why are you crying? There shouldn't even be a reason why she's crying, but she was crying. And she'll usually tell us why she's crying, even if she's almost 2. She can talk. She can put words together, and form a sentence. So we usually understand her, but this time she was just scared. So she's just been getting scared. She points to nothing and she cries. She just she tries to tell us, but sometimes we do not understand what she's saying. But then my husband had told her that day, he's like, well, who's messing with you? And she just put her head down. She's been having a little bit of nightmares too. So I don't know what's going on with that issue. Now there was this crazy thing that happened. I got a FaceTime call from my dad. I tried answering it, but it didn't let me answer it. I tried, and then I called him. He didn't answer. So I texted him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was trying to answer your FaceTime call, but it didn't let me. And he's like, I did not call you FaceTime. I'm on the phone right now. So it was an important phone call that he was on. I was like, okay. So my mom is always hearing little knocks on her door, and she always thinks it's the baby, which she always does go and knock on their door. But every time she asks me, she's like, did the baby knock on my door? I'm just like, nope. She's over here with me. She didn't go over there, or we're in the bedroom, something like that. But usually she hears knocks on her door, That's just like a norm for her. Then we also hear a little girl. We always hear a little girl. We always think it's the baby, but it's not. We have to like turn everything off so it can be silent, so we can listen for the baby, because she's usually taking her nap and she's knocked out. So it's not her. So I have a prompt. Okay. 2 nights ago. Now this thing is my son's, this toy. It has not worked in about 3 years, maybe. So my daughter plays with it now, just to play with it, just because she likes it. I don't know why, but anyways, like around 11 o'clock at night. First, it was a late night for my son, so I put him to bed. While I was covering him, this thing turned on. Now, the only way that this thing can turn on is by putting your hand. Do you hear that? It doesn't work. Okay. See? Okay. So this thing whistled. Anyways, the whole thing is you have to put your hand in here like a puppet, and you have to, like, you know, for it to touch, to actually make the sound. Anyways, it whistled. We freaked out. Like, we were looking everywhere to see where that came from. I thought maybe it was my son's iPad, you know, like a notification from one of the games, but nope, it was not. And my son, he's like, well, we have a big cross over the bed. It's okay, we're protected. For my son to say we're protected, like, you know, we're going through some stuff here. So yeah. So I was looking for it everywhere and I still couldn't find it. So I continued covering my son, and then we heard buzzing, like bees. I was like, where the hell is that coming from? And then I thought about it. I'm like, that's the monkey. So I looked, and it was it's like in a little cubby for my daughter to play. So I took it out, and it was that. I turned it off, I put it back. I put it in the closet and we just fell asleep. You know, it was crazy. So we did have another time where a toy turned on by itself, and this was in the hallway in pitch black. So we were in the restroom, me, my daughter, and my son. Now, I was helping him get ready for bed. My daughter usually plays with my son's toys. Okay, well, she left a little police car outside in the hallway. Everybody else was in their bed. Everybody else, they were all in their room, ready for bed. And this particular toy, you have to press, I don't want to go get it, but on the top, like of the car, there's a button. You have to press that button for it to turn on. So we heard that noise, the police car, and I was like, who is out there? My daughter and my son were like, what was that? So we opened the door and it was going, like, what the hell? We think it's the little boy that's here, that he's been playing with the toys lately, which I don't care. I don't care if he plays with the toys. He can play with the toys. Like, I don't feel bad. I don't feel like he's a bad spirit. He's a little boy that I think. So I really don't mind it at all. Now, I don't know if you guys know, I forgot what it's called. I think it's like the ripple effect or something like that on TikTok. Well, I did that, and let me tell you, we got some scary footage. So I'm going to put that in right now. Oh my goodness. What? Oh wow. you guys even believe in any of that stuff or whatever, but I mean, it kind of freaked us out. It really, really kind of freaked us out. And then yesterday, not yesterday, I'm sorry, 2 days ago, I did the egg cleanse on my daughter because I want all of the negative energy gone from her. So we did that, and let me show you the video of the egg. So that type of egg, it usually means that she had, or still does, I don't know, has a lot of negative energy around her. And it's so crazy because when the egg cracked and like it went into the cup, we automatically saw like a face screaming. I don't know what that means. If you guys know what that means, comment down below, because we still don't know what that means. But I know it's like a lot of negative energy, and it kind of looks like the egg is cooked. So it kind of freaked us out, but kind of made us feel a little better, because hopefully all of that stayed in the egg. You know, that's the whole point of the cleansing. If not, I'll probably have to do it again on her. And I feel like we need to do it to everybody in this house. And I really need to cleanse the house. I know I have been saying it. I just don't want to make things worse. Like, we can handle it. We can handle everything that's going on here. I just don't want to make the spirit or demon mad, and you know, more stuff happens. That's the whole reason why I don't want to cleanse the house. We have crosses like almost in every room. Now, this is not because we're trying to keep the evil out. My mom just loves crosses, and I love crosses. We're very religious, you know, not super religious, but we have a lot of faith in God. So even before hauntings and all of that stuff, we had crosses in our house. So there is just crosses everywhere. This incident happened maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was washing clothes, and everybody was in their rooms like always. And I was in the living room with the baby and my daughter, my other daughter. Well, I heard the dryer door open and like close and then turn back on. I was like, oh, what is my mom doing? Like, why is she messing with the dryer? I don't want her to do my clothes, because sometimes she does my clothes, and you know, she's tired, and you know. So I got up and I went to go look in the laundry room. Nobody was in there. I was like, okay, well, maybe she went to her bedroom. But I usually hear the door when she does come in and out of her room. So I went to her bedroom. So I knocked, and I went in, and I told her, I was like, did you mess with the dryer? Why are you even trying to fold my clothes? I said, no, don't do it. Like, I will do it. And she's like, no, I'm laying down. I haven't even gotten up. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And she's like, no. I was like, come on, Mom, don't play with me, please. Because like, that was like very loud. Like, somebody opened the freaking door and closed it and then turned it back on. Who does that? So now like the ghost wants to wash and dry too. Like, what? And she's like, no, I did not do that, I promise. And I'm like, okay. And nobody did it. I went to go and ask my husband. My husband doesn't even know how to work the freaking dryer. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? So that sound is very very distinct. Like, you know when the dryer opens and closes the door, and then, you know, you turn it back on. You know that sound. Okay, I heard it loud and clear. So yeah, like, I don't understand what the spirit wants, why he did that, or she. I have no clue. So I'm back. Sorry, I'm like in a total different outfit. I'm in my pajamas, and I had to stop recording because of my baby. She woke up and I had to start my day, and I didn't have time to record, so we're actually another day. It's the following day. Okay, so one thing that has been concerning me, but I'm not sure if it even has anything to do with paranormal activity. I mean, probably not, but you never know. I have no clue, because we don't ask the neighbors or anything like that, but we always have power outages in my house all the time. Just a couple days ago, the power turned off and turned right back on, and there was no thunderstorm. There was nothing outside like to cause it, and this just happens like out of the blue. Like, it just completely turns off, and then it'll turn back on, and this is all the time. Like, it's crazy to me because I've never experienced so many power outages here since I moved in. Like, it's a lot. It's crazy. So it might not mean anything, but I just thought I would throw it in there because it just seems weird. I don't know. So another thing that has been happening to me, I don't think it's been happening to anybody else because, you know, I asked them and they're just like, what? So when I'm watching TV, actual cable, old commercial pops up, and there's no like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, when an actual like, I don't know, a food company or like Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, whatever, comes up, after the old commercial, you know, it'll go on to an actual, like a regular part of the commercial, which is new. But this one didn't. It just stayed completely black and white, and it was old. Now, could it be paranormal? I have no idea, but I just thought I would throw it in here too. There was one time me and my mom were watching TV, and it went in the middle of the show. You know how you know that it's going to transition to a commercial. This one did not do any of that. It just, in the middle of it, like a certain part of, I guess, where they were talking, it went straight to some guy. And this guy was just like sitting in his chair, just staring. It was crazy. It was very crazy. And I told my mom, I'm like, what is that? And I told her to rewind it. So she rewinded it, and it was there still. And I'm like, I wonder what that is. Maybe it's a glitch or something. I don't know what it is. It never happened again, but that was a little weird. So I think that is it. All of my updates up until now. So if stuff happens again, I will jot them down and I will make another video. But for now, that is it that I have. So thank you guys for making it this far in the video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.